Thank you. My name's Ben Stuckey, and I'm the founder and CEO of Daio. I gave my pitch at this event last year, and I've come back this year to give you an overview of where Daio is now, and also speak a little bit about my journey since then. But first, let's catch up a little bit on what Daio is, in case you weren't here last year. Daio is building the future of design tools, the next generation of Photoshop that builds real prototype apps that work on tablets and phones. This is a little bit of a video that we showed during the pitch last year.
You need to make a mobile app. Where do you start? Photoshop? Xcode? Neither. You need Daio Sketch. Take a picture of your napkin sketches or whiteboard diagrams and link them together to create a tappable mobile prototype in seconds. Then keep sketching as your app evolves, in meetings, on your way to work, or out by the patio. When you're ready, share your prototype for coworkers and clients to try for themselves. Daio Sketch. Brainstorm your brains out.
So then we only had basic sketching in place. To the credit of the teams this year, I think they're miles ahead in terms of product development from where I was. But even back then, we were focusing on the cross-section of two major trends that we saw. One is a fundamental shift from PC to mobile computing, both phones and tablets, especially in a business setting. And two, a growing emphasis on design thinking. So not just the code of how something's built, but the decisions that go into how it's designed. This is the process that's typically used, and this is a fundamentally broken process for making apps. And it's especially painful for mobile apps. You have to go through an often months-long development process to get to the point where you can put an app into a user's hand and have them try it and give you feedback. A lot of times, because you're already through development, you're at budget, and you're close to the time that you're expected to release. And really, this isn't the time that you want to get feedback and wish you could change things. But oftentimes, that's the case. This is also really painful for the product designer, who's not responsible for the code, but does make all the decisions about what features go in, what it should look like, how it behaves, and essentially, what's the solution to the user's problem. They're shooting in the dark here, and they're not going to find out until later if it worked. To boil it down, you don't know if it works until you try it. You don't know if those product design ideas are going to solve the customer's problems until you see them trying to use it in their hands. You don't know if your sales team can sell that app unless they have something that they can put in users' hands. We're tackling this problem by giving the product designer the power to create a prototype that they can push to the user's device, get feedback quickly, and iterate on that process. And only after those core decisions have been made, move it on to development. That's the pitch we moved forward with at Demo Day, part of it anyways, and started to raise money. I can tell you, as others have spoken, that the process of raising money takes a lot of commitment, it takes a lot of passion, and just like most endeavors the first time out, it probably took twice as long and cost twice as much. Also, along with that passion, it has to be met with leadership from this community to move the company through the next phase and capture the opportunity that they represent. In my case, I was very fortunate to find that leadership with some angels that are present again this year. I'm happy to say that in the spring, we did close on a round of $400,000. So I'm still in the middle of my story, really. My focus today is on continuing to build an amazing team, executing on product, and taking advantage of more business opportunities that come about in the wake of the innovation that we're creating. I wanted to show you a video, even though we're in the middle of a development cycle, of that same product that I showed earlier today. So this is a live screen capture from the tablet that I actually ran yesterday. And these are some designs that are in that application today. I'm going to open up the Kiwi one since we already saw some info from then. And these are basically mock-ups, designs of how that app should look. You can zoom in on each of these, and you have some tools that designers are familiar with. The ability to create shapes, gradients, filters, blend modes, things like that. It actually feels a lot like Photoshop. In this case, I need to add some functionality. So this is beyond what typical design tools are capable of. Just for speed's sake, I'm going to pull a red button, place it there. You can resize it. That one's a little big by default. I actually need to change the label, so this is going to be a log out button. And I'll spend some time here just fiddling with placement. I'm a details guy. Right, so once that's ready, I can hit a button in the corner, and I actually want to link that button to another screen. So this is the interface for that. I'm going to go ahead and pick a screen. So I want it to go to the login screen. And at any point during the design, I can just hit play, and I'm running that prototype as if it was running on a real device. And it will run on the tablet. Not only that, but you can push it straight to a phone. So a user can try it. You can get feedback of the functionality that's in place. That's Daio today. So I've heard this referenced as a where are they now presentation. And I'd like to say that where we are now is in Nashville. Even though we're in the middle of our journey, we're doing our part to make a dent in the universe from here. I know these other teams have big visions of what the future should be like, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Thank you.